Whoa, hey, I didn't expect that. Hey, how you doing? We are continuing our series on camera plussing for your games workshop shot. And yes, we are getting personal, up close and personal. I'm talking about telephoto lenses. We're going there. Oh my. What exactly is a telephoto lens? Well, it's basically taking the focal length of the camera and cranking it up. This is basically called a compression shot, which is narrowing the background, squeezing it in, which is compressing the lens, taking the background away and compressing it towards the character who's in front of you, thereby eliminating all distractions and keeping the profile on the subject matter at hand, which is the character. So how does this relate to games? Glad I asked myself that. You've seen this in games before, most notably in the fighting genre. Fighting video games have been utilizing this technique in order for the players to connect with their fighter on a personal and ultimate level. You ever try to ramp up for that super attack? Bam, telephoto lens. Trying to go for an ultimate? Bam, telephoto lens. Even when setting up for a victory pose or an intro, you're keeping your subject contained within the frame, anticipating the next attack, ramping up for the big ultimate. Vice versa. This camera language is also used as a big anticipation shot, a split-second moment where the player needs to choose what to do next. Just like the principles of animation, the camera is there also to use to anticipate the big action your character is about to take. So again, with a quick demonstration, I'm going to show you how the telephoto lens will help the animation that you already have in your games workshop. Time for a demonstration. Alright, so back again with another animation that I got for Lisa. Doing a dash back and striking a pose. This animation will be utilizing the telephoto squeeze. But tracking the camera, I'm giving it a little bit of translation to follow Lisa to her final destination. Landing in this position, I know this is where I want to squeeze in on her. I'm going to start my camera in a telephoto squeezed state and frame her in a way that I want the camera to end and start from reverse. So I'm increasing the focal length up and pushing in the camera. Keeping to my rule of thirds and my dynamic pose, I want to get a good frame in on her, trying to avoid negative space but keeping the eye of interest. Now with that said, I'm scrubbing back and forth, making sure the transition's correct. Pretty cool so far. Now I'm playing with the ease in and ease out of the camera. Going back and forth, I'm trying to pinpoint her movement or where my camera is going to be moving. It's important to sync my camera movement as well as her movement. In the animation world, it breathes life into the shot, makes it feel more intertwined and connected. Looking at it from a top view, I'm checking the arc to see where the camera is going in space. So for these type of shots, as far as telephoto lenses, wide-angle perspectives, or dolly zooms, if you're translating the camera as well as the focal length, most likely in your shot, the camera will be going off into space. So now I'm going to add a little bit more ease out. And I'm going to start to add some ease in on Lisa as I'm starting the camera transition, just to match it with the ease out. Also important to remember, as I'm experimenting with my slow in, slow outs on my camera, the focal length must also be paid attention to. So I'm adding that as well. Trying to match them together, get that nice feeling of breathing. Working with my scale, I want to sharpen it up even further. Animation is pushing medium. Am I right, people? Cool. Now, looking at where Lisa is in space, I'm going to be looking at my camera and toggling it to the left a little bit. But before I do that, I want to make sure that my focal length has a nice ease in as well. Matching it to where the start of Lisa's animation is, I want to make sure that my focal length and translation are matching the exact moment that she's moving. And now what I'm going to do is just eyeball Lisa within the frame transition I'm doing this because I don't want Lisa to be bouncing back and forth or juddering during the camera transition. A nice, clean, linear telephoto squeeze is what I'm looking for. With this camera move, we can anticipate the next attack or the next action Lisa's about to take. Just with a little telephoto movement, we can see the character's face and emphasize the moment that's about to happen. This camera plussing technique will take your movements to the next level. Character and camera equals energy in the story that you're about to tell. And that's it for episode 3 of Camera Plussing. I'm Brad Fisher, reminding you to back up.